Hello guys, and welcome back to the 26th episode in my Rebuild in Brighton series, where today we are going into the transfer window and we have already made two signings. I made these signings during the league, but I kept them quiet so that you guys didn't find out about them until the start of the transfer window. They are Jonathan Parr, who has come in from PSV for only $3 million, and he looks like a very good future right-back option, as well as Pong Rakic, who is a good centre-back that we brought in for only $14.25 million from RB Salzburg, and he looks like a good centre-back who will probably pair with White for the rest of the next season. We have also need to keep tabs on the Manchester United job because that is still up for grabs. We have applied, and apparently we are still wanted if we go into our manager profile. No one's been offered a job interview yet, but we will see in the coming days if we do get one offered. I'm going to continue acting like I am the Brighton manager until then, but it will be very tempting if they do come in with a job interview. After diving into the transfer window, we have got a job interview with Manchester United. We'll quickly take a look at all the transfer business that I've done leading up to this moment. We have brought in Polo, who is a young midfielder from Brazil, and he looks like a very, very good player. He seems like he could play as a Mazzala role if we need him. I don't think he'll actually be an important player, just needed to give him that to actually get him to come to the club. Bastoni is also another centre-back option who looks very solid. We managed to get him for only $22 million, and he looks like he will be a very good player for the future. But without any further ado, let's jump into this interview and see if we can manage to get this Manchester United job. Having never managed a club of our stature and reputation, are you able to make convincing case as to why you should be overlooked and should be hired? I'll say I've been waiting for the right opportunity for that one. You have so far only managed one team throughout your career. Is that a good or bad thing in your opinion? Obviously, I'm going to say I've showed tremendous loyalty throughout my career, which I consider to be a positive trait among most managers. Some people might be inclined to say you're taking something of a risk by leaving what you consider to be a safe job and looking to make the jump to an altogether bigger challenge. What is your thought process in making that decision? I'm keen to make my way up the managerial ladder, and this is a fantastic opportunity to do that. I feel like that's the best one to say. You have been alleged to have broken promises to your players before. Is there anything you have to say about that? Oh, of course, they're bringing up something from absolute years ago. Let's go. I'll say I'm not proud of that and certainly don't intend to repeat those mistakes because I feel like that's the one that acknowledges it but says that I'm not going to do it again. You have previously been embroidered in media controversies, of course, the one that they bring up every single time. That happened a long time ago. The club would be looking for a candidate capable of performing competition expectations, something our last manager didn't do. I'm confident of achieving every challenge set by the club. Can you tell us what changes you would like to make to the size of the back team? I would rather wait until I've got the job because I'm not too sure about that right now. As part of the recruitment process, we are allowing you to request changes to our current backroom. I'll request a small budget. I don't feel like there's anyone I really want to work with. Of course, I'm going to say that I'm happy with that. I don't want to jinx anything exactly. Yes, I think we could definitely do that. That is fair enough. Very easy stuff for the first season. I think that's a realistic budget. I'd be happy to work with the proposed wage budget as well. No, I have no other requests, and that is that. Hopefully that comes through soon, and hopefully we get a good offer from Manchester United. I'll let you boys know if anything else happens in the transfer window for Brighton, or if Manchester United come in with an approach. Two more signings have been confirmed, both for free. Pozo comes in with a 2.5-star current ability and a 4-star potential ability. On a free, an $18 million player is well worth it, in my opinion. Justin Kluivert, I'm a little bit disappointed with, only 2.5-star and 3-star potential ability. Not that great of a player, but 32 million value. We can sell him on easily in a couple of seasons for so much more than we got him for, and considering we got him for nothing, it's not going to be that hard to sell him for more. We are also having to say goodbye to Alzate and Vallejo because stupidly I let their contracts expire, and I'm not going to let that happen this season. These are all the players that contracts are expiring a couple of them I'm looking to sell right now, so I might not sign everyone's contracts just yet. But Mayoral and Bai are probably the main two that I'm looking at. If they don't get sold this window, they're certainly going to be signed for another year or two, because I can't have that happening again. Manchester United have come to us and asked us to request backroom staff changes, which almost always means that we're getting the job. I don't know what to do. I've posted on Twitter. If you were the fortunate few that got to see it, because I'm going to take it down pretty quickly, I put up a poll saying whether or not I should go or whether or not I should stay, because I genuinely have no idea what to do. We're going to simulate forward and see if we do end up getting that job offer, because I'm sure that we're getting it. But I don't know if I want to stay at Brighton or go to Manchester United. Manchester United are a bigger club, but right now we are building Brighton so well, as the title of the series suggests. And we've done amazing business in this transfer window so far, and I'm really excited with the squad that I do have. But on the other hand, it's Manchester United that are approaching me. It's such a big step up from the Brighton boys, but I could regret it. I don't know what to do, and I'm still not sure what to do as I'm simulating, which is taking quite a while, can I add. But soon we will find out if we actually do have that Manchester United contract offer. If they decide not to give me a contract offer, that would actually really help my decision, because then I would just stay at Brighton. I'm happy with staying at Brighton, that's the thing. I'm not actively trying to leave the football club. But when an offer like that comes for you, you can't say no sometimes. Manchester United haven't won a single title since Fergie left in the save, just like in real life. So we would be trying to bring them back to the glory days with a young, fresh face in me. But I don't know if I want to do it. I'm still undecided. We're going to see if we do have that contract offer right now. I've come to a decision, and I think I've got to do it. I'm genuinely emotional. This is such a hard decision. It's one of the hardest decisions I've ever made in Football Manager. Probably the hardest decision I've ever made in Football Manager. Because not only do I have to consider what I want to do, what's best for the career in the game, what's best for you guys, what you guys want to see is the main thing that I'm worried about. I don't know what to do, but I think this is the right decision. Moving to Manchester United seems like a natural progression in the series, although I know that this Brighton squad could push, but we'd be doing it for years and years before we actually manage to break into that title contention race. So I am going to have to say goodbye to them. Take a look at that squad. Oh my gosh, there's so many amazing players. A lot of transfer business has been done already, and I feel good knowing that I am leaving the club in a better state than I came into it, although my first season was not very successful. Overall, the club's transfer window has already been pretty good, and I have set them up for a good next season. Let's get straight into the negotiations with Manchester United. Let's try and bump it up to 160 and 4 years. Can I get 160 just to be nice? No, I don't really care that much. It's virtual money. We're going to finalise a deal, exit the talks, and simulate forward one day. And that is the end of the Rebuilding Brighton series. Welcome to Uniting United.